Well, hello again. My name is Jay with CompuMatter and also with ServerMatter. And the purpose of this video is for those unique circumstances when the serial number on your hard drive is different on the operating system than it is on the label of the hard drive itself. When that happens, it becomes impossible to know which of the hard drives on your system is bad and needs to be replaced. So in my case, I'm using ZFS, and if we look at the pools, it tells us which drive has failed. I expect that serial number to appear when I run an ls-block command or one of a half a dozen other commands. And in many cases, that drive serial number doesn't come up. In some cases, it does. And let's talk about how I solved it and provide you a script to solve the same problem. Okay, I have a hard drive attached to this system. It's a T-Force 1 terabyte. I'm going to run the very common ls-block command on SDG, and it's going to tell me, believe it or not, that that is the serial number. You can see type is disk, serial number is here. Now, I think we both know the serial number is not 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, or that would be really strange. So let's approach this with UW-admin, another common method of viewing hardware information. And it also shows me that serial number. Now, at this point, you might actually check the drive to see, is this uncanny, unusual response is actually true, and that's the actual serial number. But stay with me, because if I run Smart Control on that same SDG, lo and behold, it provides a completely different serial number and the correct one. In almost all hard drives that I've ever worked with, ls-block, UW-admin, and Smart Control is going to come back with the same information. But there are going to be drives that are different, and if you're using common tools, and this is going to throw you for a loop. And I remember one time I was on a ZFS install, and I ran into this, and I ran a couple of the commands that in fact produced the wrong serial number, and I felt I was at a dead end. I had no way to determine what drive was the bad drive, and I had to pull them out one at a time, reboot the system to identify which drive was the one that no longer showed up. I got away with it because it was a ZFS RAID Z2, which allowed 2 drives failing, and this was only one drive that had failed. If it was a ZFS 1 situation and there was no second drive option, I would have been faced with a very problematic scenario. So let's provide you a script that shows you how I resolve this. We loop over all devices. We get a list of all devices except for those containing the word loop or ZD, because ZD is ZFS devices. We grab the disk info that would result from a traditional ls-block command, because that provides us the info we need, with one single exception. We also get a serial number on Smart Control to see what they have to say, and then we parse that information and append the serial number that Smart Control provides as an alternative. So now you'll have 2 serial numbers to look at, and we also provide some mount information down at the bottom. Let me show you how that looks when we run it. In this case, we've got a lot of drives on this system, but you can see in this T-Force drive on SDG, we indicate that this serial number came up or this serial number. So that way we have 2 to go by, and this would nail, this would solve the problem. In the case of mounted partitions, that information is also displayed for us here. And that's it, just a quick video, getting straight to the point, but resolving a potentially very hazardous problem, especially if you're using ZFS. Thanks very much for watching. If you want to have a front row seat for these videos in the future, please click the subscribe button and or the like button. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.